Century Fox and George Lucas bring you an adventure unlike anything on your planet.
Star Wars, one of the most successful movie series of all time. But what has kept up interest in these movies for more than 30 years, and what has made them so successful? The same questions can be asked for newer movies like Transformers and the Harry Potter series. What are the unifying factors that make a blockbuster movie? Take The Interview, for example.
Okay, let's do it.
We're going to North Korea!
Although this movie was never even released to theaters, it still managed to generate over $40 million. But how? With all the hype surrounding The Interview, it would be hard not to know about the movie banned from theaters for fear of action by North Korean supporters.
So when The Interview was all anyone could talk about, I think it really influenced me to see it, just mainly because I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I mean, I remember when they first put it on Netflix and thinking I just really wanted to see what everyone was talking about, so I played it. And I mean, overall it wasn't the best movie, but it sure did get my attention, and it made me want to see it, which is, I think, the main reason why Sony still managed to salvage the movie, even after not releasing it to theaters.
When people watch movies, there are three main reasons: socialization, content, and association. First off, probably the category that instantly draws the most viewers is association. Take the movie Superman vs. Batman, for example.
Next year, Warner Brothers will release Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, in March.
Human beings have a horrible track record of following people with great power.
Just by association, this upcoming movie promises a huge turnout of Batman fans, Superman fans, and comic fans in general. The same thing happened with the Harry Potter series. Almost everyone who read the books had to go see how the movies compared. And with over 450 million copies of the Harry Potter books sold, that's a lot of nearly guaranteed movie tickets. In addition, content plays a large role in the motivation of movie fans. A movie fan is much more likely to see a movie if it features one of their favorite actors, directors, or genres.
Okay, so there's a reason why Netflix organizes their movies in the way they do. If you're a fan of action or adventure, you can look and click on action or adventure and you can see movies related to that topic. Or you can even do the same thing with an actor or producer, where you can search the actor or producer's name and all the movies that they are involved in will pop up and you can see whatever you want. Same thing goes for people with their what a blockbuster truly is. A blockbuster, it follows an outline for most people, whether they know it or not, and it is kind of hard for bigger budget movies to deal with this because they have to conform to a model that matches the same thing that small budget movies are doing. So like if a movie like Magic Mike didn't have someone like Channing Tatum in it, do you think the audience would have even been half as likely to go and see it?
Lastly, socialization is a major aspect of why people see movies. If there's a movie that everyone is talking about but you haven't seen it, doesn't that create a reason to see the movie?
Well, when I'm choosing a movie to go to, I'll go see with friends or family or whatever it may be. Usually, we all have to have at least seen the trailer to actually think about even going and seeing the movie. After that, usually I can check social media or something like that if it's a new movie, or ask friends or even family, what they thought of the movie. And usually that's a big influence on whether or not I actually go and see it, because if I hear from them, oh, it was bad, or, oh, I've heard from a friend of a friend, oh, it was terrible, I'm probably not going to go see it with people that I like hanging out with or something like that. So that's usually what influenced me most.
When I decide to go see a movie, my main influence is normally my friends. I mean, usually we've all seen the latest trailers for the big budget movies that are out, and from those trailers we usually just pick one that looks the best. And I also know it's a lot from unconscious advertisement and product placement, like supporting the movies, that can make one choice stand out among the others. So overall, I think it's just about creating that atmosphere where consumers will think they're going to the best movie ever, when in reality it could just turn out to be a complete flop.
It's essential for the movie studios to create this kind of buzz where everyone wants to see their movie, because if they don't, the likelihood of them making money goes way down. But according to Harvard professor Anita Alberse, sometimes this blockbuster type atmosphere can be created out of almost nothing.
What you get when you put all your resources behind a product is you get everyone to join in. If you are championing a product, your salespeople will follow and say, wow, this is really going to be great. We need to support this too. Your retailers are going to join in and say, oh, this is going to be the greatest book that anyone has ever seen, or this is going to be the biggest movie of the season. So they will join in and help. So what you often see is that if you swing for the fences, that lots of people will come and support you. It's not the only reason why they're so successful, though. We also see marketing advantages. It's much more cost efficient. If you double the production budget for your movie, you're not necessarily doubling the advertising budget. So in a way, it's relatively inexpensive to market these movies.
Paul Walker's part in Fast and Furious 7 drew lots of attention for the movie and its popularity. His death made anyone want to see how his series would continue without the lead character able to finish shooting the new movie. His death created major hype around the movie and probably increased sales around the world, not just in the US.
There were major social media posts about Paul's death and the new movie. This was powerful because most Americans and global citizens have some form of social media at their disposal. This is also very powerful in movie sales and rentals, according to Family Video, as they use multiple forms of social media to contact consumers about movies and their popularity. Another great example of this is American Sniper, as it created tons of media hype and generated many movements to support military veterans and currently serving soldiers. The hype and appeal to pathos increased sales greatly and made more and more people jam the theaters.
People that have previous experience with a director or a starring actor of a movie are usually more likely to go and see a movie from them again. Also, critically acclaimed actors and producers can increase hype and can be a part of a company's marketing strategy. Many actors also appeal to a specific group of people, such as a skimpily dressed woman starring in a film will draw more males to the theaters.
This can be seen in women as well. An attractive man can increase the probability that a woman will go see a movie in the box office. This leads into how advertising for specific actors or major events in a movie can be very important when it comes to continuing on with success with the movie. If a specific event or actor all of a sudden is cut from the movie, most likely people will probably not want to go see that movie because they were expecting something and didn't receive it, leading to a flop, if you will.
There were many movies that were considered flops in theaters, but still went on to win Academy Awards and are considered classics. One that comes to mind is The Shawshank Redemption. Because of its ticket sales numbers, the popularity of the movie in the beginning was very low. And now it is considered a society-defining classic movie from that era. Movies like this probably lacked hype or popularity when it was released in theaters, making it hard to get going before being removed from theaters due to lack of ticket sales or views. This shows that even the greatest of movies can be unsuccessful in the box office, but still end up being very popular in the end.
Target is a mobile satellite launch platform, the Lemurian Star.
The content of a movie plays an important role in the success of that movie. The genre must appeal to everyone in order to generate the most hype throughout all groups of people. According to John Truby, a blockbuster must have a strong middle to keep viewers interested in the film. The script must also include a high hero and villain interaction, because we are naturally more likely to fall on the side of the hero. But the villain may be just as important, because the hero is only as good as the person he or she fights. Also, blockbusters tend to have some sort of mythological root, where our history comes out. These themes can be found in most stories, making it yet another key role in any film. This allows the film to not only be well-liked nationally, but also globally because of the increased relatability. A good blockbuster movie must have some important main things: a hero, a villain, a strong plot, and one that is relatable to many groups of people. There is a lot of money involved in marketing for a movie, but the marketing is not the only thing involved in making it a popular movie. The content still needs to be there. This can be shown in any bad movie with many people in the theaters on opening night because of the hype, but without the content in the movie would literally drop off the charts. Americans and teens follow certain patterns, and the companies that pick up on these patterns will make the most in the box office. Social media and commercials are a great way of showing the more movie makers put into the pre-release of their films, the further it will go in the box office.